Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Hello, my people. Thank God one person has spoken truth in a long time from the north. Buba Galadima said, President Muhammadu incapacitation makes the office of Chief of Staff powerful. Really and truly, the Chief of Staff, that office, there is nothing more to it. Why they make it so powerful in Nigeria, I don't understand. So Buba Galadima has given facts to say that it is Buhari's incapacitation, not working, in relevance, not relevant to the Nigerian society, no idea of what is happening, just the fact that it's in Aso Rock is what is making the office of the Chief of Staff look like it's a powerful one. Really and truly, it's not supposed to be. Let's continue and get all the details. Halaji Buba Galadima, a former spokesman of the People's Democratic Party Presidential Campaign Council, on Wednesday said the incapacitation of President Muhammadu Buhari was responsible for the excessive power accrued to the office of the Chief of Staff. President Buhari last week appointed Professor Ibrahim Gambari as his new Chief of Staff, following the death of Abba Kyari, his former Chief of Staff, who died from coronavirus complications nearly a month ago. Speaking in a chat, Gadima said there is nothing spectacular about the Chief of Staff, as is merely the number one staff of the president. According to him, a minister is more powerful than the Chief of Staff. The Chief of Staff is just a personal staff to the president. He is only first among the equals of the staff of the president. He doesn't have any constitutional power. Nigerians need to know that. In fact, a minister is more powerful than the Chief of Staff. He has no voting right or voice in the National Council of State. It is because the president of the country is incapacitated. That is why he's using somebody in his office to make him rule, to make it look like he's the one in charge. The Chief of Staff has no significance in the rule of things and is not somebody to be reverenced and feared, as he was not democratically elected. He is only a staff of the president. Tell me, where in the Constitution, where was any provision made for the Chief of Staff? Go and look very well. Nigeria Constitution should be online and should be in the libraries of every good state. Go and check very well. There is no provision for the Chief of Staff or any law that says there must be a Chief of Staff. It is not compulsory for him to have a Chief of Staff. These people are just making a mountain out of a molehill. There is nothing particular about the Chief of Staff. I just want them to get this fact clear, that there is nothing particular. The way they make it sound and are making it look like is more than it is. My people, I want you to get it clear today. There is nothing particular about the Chief of Staff. Buhari does not need to have one. My people, you don't hear Ramo. I'm not the one that said it all. Buba Gadima has spoken. He said there is nothing special about all these things they keep going on and on about. There is nothing about it. He said, go and check. Nigerian Constitution is supposed to be online. It's supposed to be in the library. Everybody should be able to get access to it. Supposed to. My people, it's very true that this man is bringing this matter up because they make the Chief of Staff look like he's one. My dear. They make it look like he's the man that was even voted for. Remember later Bakari, that even governors and senators have to go and meet him and be seeking his favor because they feel that he's the one that has a Buhari's ears. He's mere an equal staff like every other staff to the person of President Muhammadu Buhari. There is nothing special about the office of the Chief of Staff. He's just the number one staff among the rest staff that work with President Muhammadu Buhari. He's supposed to be the number one staff. There is nothing that we are just making mountain out of a molehill. And he wants Nigerians to be aware of it. He said it's supposed to be in the Constitution of Nigeria, it's supposed to be in the library. And everywhere many Nigerians should be able to see and know that there is nothing to it. And they should stop twisting and deceiving Nigerians that there is something to it. It's not a big deal. There is nothing spectacular or special about it. His voice is not supposed to be heard. There is no constitutional value. There's no constitutional arrangement as to what he stands for, what his place is in the country. So everybody should stop making this big deal about the chief of staff. There is nothing to it. Oh. You don't hear on your people, my people, you don't hear on yourself. Buba Galima has said it. Say, see, there is nothing particular about Buhari having. He's not even, if he has it, he doesn't have it. It doesn't make a difference. So everybody should get it clear. There is nothing particular that Buhari must have a chief of staff. And all this one that they are crowing so much power, it's not. There is no big deal to it. We know Buhari had one before. The person of later Bakari that became the Lord. Governors, senators, House of Rep members go to seek favor from him. Why? They feel because his Buhari staff is closer to him, he will be the one to be able to speak to Buhari regarding their issue. Really and truly, this man has explained to us there's nothing particular. He said the minister should have more rights. A minister was appointed. This one is just his aide. Just imagine that they call you are working, you have a well-established establishment, and they are saying that your cook is the most important person in your establishment. No, it's just that it cooks the food that you eat that goes to your tummy. So it kind of like close to you, and you discuss. And at times you bring up some issues and you discuss it, and it's able to say, madam or oga, I'm thinking this or thinking that. Apart from that, it's not one significant rule that everybody has to worship your cook now, because your cook your cook is very close to you. You know, he's trying to explain to Nigerians, say we should stop this all hailing thing that Nigeria does. There is no big significance to it. So my people, you don't hear all this one that Nigerian goes about. You know, they know how to push and celebrate and do as if it's one big deal. He said, no, nothing there about Samo. It's not compulsory he even has one. You see, it's not compulsory Buhari has one. So all this chief of staff, and the guy is feeling so cool. And one is saying, I answer only to president, you know, what's his name? Gambari, when he came on board, he said, I answer only to President Muhammadu Buhari. That is what it should be. No, you are not supposed to speak in the matter of the affairs of the nation. I'm surprised that your servant is the one coming for when the vice president and the president is sitting down. You are there. Yes, it's your staff. If your aide is there, Buhari's aide should be there. It's just the same thing. If the vice president is there, Buhari's aide should be there. There's no big deal to it. There is no one size fit all. No. It's your staff, your personal staff. So all this noise about Garuba Shehu, Gambari, Ibrahim Gambari, they are no big deal. They are just people that are close to the president. So thank you, Uba Garima, for speaking up and letting everybody and the whole world know, especially Nigerians. So now don't yell, all those that are hyping the office of the chief of staff as if there's nothing more to it. There is no constitutional value. So my people, all those of you that go around lobbying from chief of staff to get favors from Buhari, there is no big deal to it. There is no big deal to it. He has no constitutional rights. He was not elected in. He has no voters' rights, and he has no voice. He cannot do and undo. It's only in Nigeria you see that a layman becomes a school cert holder. He's the one leading professors and what have you. He's the one deciding who becomes a NECO chairman or not, and he himself not get WAEC results. Now so the country be, now so it be for this country. Now so it be. You've had the adage that says kings are walking on the floor. Why kings are trekking? Why servants are riding on the back of horses? That's what's happening in Nigeria, and we need to correct all this because it's not right in any way. It's not right. The way Nigerians have been treated is not right because Nigerians have not been given the opportunity to really come out in a. You come and they're making the office of the chief of staff look like he's a chairman, making the person feel higher and more important than they are. There's nothing to it to Nigerians. There's nothing to the office. There's nothing to it. It's personal aid to the person of Muhammadu Buhari, and Nigerians need to be aware of that and know that, so that when you are walking, when you are talking, you talk with confidence and you don't allow anybody push you around. That's the true state of things. That's exactly what it is. So don't get it twisted. Don't allow anybody to bamboozle you or make you feel like you're no. You are within your constitutional rights. As a matter of fact, we even need to, Nigerians, please, let's take it on board. Let's go and study the constitution, and we need a change of this constitution. This constitution needs to change. All this constitution that favors themselves and themselves alone, we need to change it. We need to put their probing of what they are doing in this country. Anyway, now the matter be this, so don't let una know say the office of the chief of staff not be one big deal. What do you think? Don't forget to thumbs up for us, like and share. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless you. Bye for now.